and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Back issue Breakfast Club right here with Ryan Permison and Johnny. This is a complete departure from our previous format.
Yeah.
But I picked up
Ooh,
the Saturday Morning Adventures G.I. Joe, a
that's a good
real
looking
American
cover.
hero. It really is.
It's a good looking cover.
And it is by Eric
Mm-hmm.
Burnham, Dan Schoening, and Luis Antonio Delgado. That's just fun to say, Delgado. Um, and this book has an art style that looks like it came right out of the Saturday morning cartoon.
Yes, it does.
Um, by the way, the Saturday morning series was produced by anyone know? Anyone? Marvel Studios.
Of all people.
Yeah, Marvel did G.I. Joe and the Transformers
Transformers.
and they did Gem and the Holograms, and they did Meatball and Spaghetti, and they did Pandemonium. But this book reads like the Saturday morning cartoon.
It's a nice looking artwork.
It is.
I like it.
And for those of you who were buying the floppies and reading the individual issues, I'm going to tell you, I did that. But when I sat down and read the trade paperback all in one sitting, it read much, much better.
Mm.
It read like the Saturday morning cartoon.
They've been doing that for a lot of properties lately because Brian Robin on Comic Book Spectrum, he reviewed the first issue or so of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's good too. I'm going to wait until the trade comes out. I did read the first issue, but because of my experience with this and my experience with Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, it was so good as a standalone one-sitting story.
I love trades. I do. I love trade paperbacks. I love them.
You know, I never thought I would be a guy who says, I'll wait for the trade.
I always say that, though.
I know. I used to always scold people and tell them, well, if you just wait for the trades and you don't buy the individual issues, you'll never get the trades. But now there are some titles that read better in one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of them.
Ooh.
If you were a big fan of the Saturday morning cartoon series, you are going to love this. They even did, Ryan, I don't know if you remember because you're too young to remember, but they used to have at the end of every episode these moral lessons.
Oh, PSAs, yeah.
Yeah, and it was the more you know.
Oh, yeah.
And they include those in the comic. So here's a more you know.
The more you know.
Yeah.
There you go. I love it.
And knowing is half the battle.
It is. Knowing is half the battle. That's right. Yeah.
You know what I love about this too is that Cobra Commander finds. I'm just going to spoil the story a little bit. Cobra Commander finds the lamp of Aladdin.
Ooh.
And he summons the genie.
Oh my goodness.
To serve him. But, you know, as it is with Cobra Commander, he's a little bit short-sighted. I mean, you think about this. Cobra has unlimited resources.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, they still can't win.
It's because good always triumphs over evil in most stories. I don't know.
I guess, but you would think that they would win at least one time.
The Cobras have a big presence at Comic Cons wherever I go. There's always the G.I. Joe chapter of that town that's there dressed up as Cobras or Cobra Commanders. And they're cool too. Sense. They're cool people. And they're cool. And they're good looking cosplays. I'm not going to lie. As someone who didn't grow up during that time period, because this is a little before my time, I still like the costumes. They're cool. I like Cobra Commander. I like his look. Because you don't know what he looks like at all. He's just running the show, calling the shots, saying, we're going to do X, Y, Z. We're going to destroy the G.I. Joes. Whatever. However the voice goes. I don't know how the voice goes. But I like that. I like that you don't know what he looks like, how he got his power, whatever. Like, he just does. He just does what he does. And I like that. Just move forward. Just do your thing. And the fun side note, though, I have to ask this, though. in relation to GI Joe, and I know people will throw these under the bus, and I know why, and that's fine, but I like them for what they are. What did you think of the prequel film Snake Eyes? Did you ever see the Snake Eyes movie? Oh,
I
okay,
did.
all right.
I did.
Hot garbage for you. That's fine.
Well, no. I don't call anything hot garbage.
I liked it though.
It was okay. It wasn't a bad movie. It
No.
wasn't a Snake Eyes movie. It was a
Mm,
Storm Shadow movie.
yeah.
It was a much better Storm Shadow origin movie
Mhm.
because the character of Snake Eyes was not the character. Look, nothing made sense to me in that movie. How is it that Snake Eyes is a bad guy the entire time, and at the very end has a change of heart, and he's welcomed with open arms into the family, into GI Joe,
Yeah.
but Storm Shadow, who was the good guy the entire time, and he made one bad decision. He's shunned, ostracized, and it starts him down a path of criminal intent.
Working for Cobra. Yeah.
What? How does that work?
That, that's just
It
their
it
twist on the
bugged me.
story.
It bugged me. Bugged me.
It's called creative liberties, people. It's been going on for decades.
I guess.
I don't know.
So anyway,
Sorry, didn't mean to spoil the mood here for GI Joe fans, but that looks really good. The Saturday morning cartoons trade paperback, I should say.
highly recommend it, and you can pick that up from our other sponsor, TFAW, Things from Another World. They specialize in comics and comic collectibles, just like Entertainment Earth specializes in toys and collectibles. TFAW is your source for the printed books. And you can click the link in the show notes down below and get your own copy of the Saturday Morning Adventures G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero.
We'll just stick